I've failed in quite a lot of businesses before.
They do grow a bit like stronger and quicker and
I'm a
faster
very strong
with
believer
this.
of that.
Yeah.
I've seen, initially in my initial days in business, I used to always feel, wow, how can a businessman be so cutthroat, so shrewd?
Amazing. So from just 3 people, how many do you have today? Is it 55 or?
In the logistics, it is 55.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's pretty much logistics has now become autopilot for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have started getting on the business rather than in the business now. So we didn't realize how the currency fluctuation was actually killing us. We thought it's all going well. We're selling 2,000 containers of food products.
I feel like there's no way in business and there's no way in personal life. Everyone has their own ChatGPT.
Everyone does.
I have mine.
So I think AI brings both pressure and opportunities. The pressure is that it's moving too fast. You start learning something, it goes to the next stage. You start learning that, it goes to the next stage.
What do you know now you wish you'd known at the start?
I always think of this. Don't be scared of failures. They can push you down. They can take you in completely different worlds, to be honest.
Hello and welcome back to Corporate Connections UAE Podcast, where we sit down with the brilliant minds inside the community and find out real stories about their businesses. I'm your host, Nadia Francesca, and today's guest has built one of the region's most exciting logistic businesses from scratch and is now backing the next generation of entrepreneurs. Let me introduce you to Deepak Khushalani.
Thank you, Nadia.
Thank you, and thank you for coming on the show with me today.
Thank you for having me.
As you are part of Corporate Connections in the UAE, I thought it'd be great to find out more about you and your business. So before we get started into finding out what he actually does and how he actually did it, I would like to know 2 questions. I've been asking all my guests these questions. So the first 2 questions are, what's one belief that changed everything for you?
Interesting. I think one belief that I personally feel changed everything in me was you really don't have to be the hardest working person in the room. You start building people, building systems, building processes. Those people themselves will give you opportunity to grow. You don't have to be the hardest person. You just have to be the smartest person and things work for you.
And I see that a lot in Corporate Connections. I see that a lot of people, especially in your chapter, are overseeing the businesses now. Mm-hmm. It's quite hard to get to that point, mm-hmm. but when you do, that's when you see the real growth of business, when you're overseeing the businesses that you're dealing with, or maybe business, whichever. And it's great to see that, that growth is still there. Because sometimes I think people get a bit scared of stepping out of the business, but it's the best thing that they can ever do.
Yeah, people get scared of letting control go away from their hands. And I think being on the business has been extremely, extremely kind to me. So on the business, better than in the business, according to me.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So my second question is, what do you know now you wish you'd known at the start?
I always think of this. Don't be scared of failures. They can push you down. They can take you in completely different worlds, to be honest. Failures are actually giving you an opportunity. You learn from them. You see a lot of different things in a very different light. I've failed in quite a lot of businesses before. I've gone down the drain completely when it comes to my mental health. But I always feel I rose up stronger. I saw the opportunity. I learned from that failure. But when I got up, the newer opportunity, the newer business, I did it in a much better manner, much cleaner way. And that's when I realized that failures are here to teach you something. And they're a beautiful part of your life.
They are, but in that moment, it can be quite hard to take that failure on your shoulders, right?
It is. It's probably the hardest thing you can ever imagine at that point, because I think I remember a moment where I failed in one of my so-called businesses, and I don't think I got out of my room for 6 days, 7 days, and I was in there uh, just down and out. I just didn't know what to do next. Because the thing is, you build a business with such passion, and there's a lot of emotional value attached to building a business. And when you have to let that go, it just feels like, do I really have to? You know? So yeah, it brings you down.
Yeah. And I've seen that with people and myself. I've had to let go of a business before. And it's knowing when, right?
Yeah.
When to let go of that business is the tricky one, because I feel like we keep hold of a lot of things that aren't working, but we almost pretend they are working.
I think it's important to tell yourself the truth, even though you don't want to, because of the emotional value attached with that business. I kept lying to myself. I kept saying, it's a great business, it's going to do better. It's just a phase, it's going through something, it's going to do better. I think you start realizing sooner than later that maybe you're just lying to yourself, and maybe it's time to let go of something which is, it's like a disease. Once it comes into your body, you got to cut off that body part before it spreads in the entire body. And that's what I think is a business principle, where you got to be true to yourself and be practical and not very emotional in business.
Yeah. And I do feel like a lot of business people, if they're cutthroat, they do grow a bit like stronger and quicker and
I'm a
faster
very strong
with
believer
this.
of that.
Yeah.
I've seen, initially in my initial days in business, I used to always feel, wow, how can a businessman be so cutthroat, so shrewd? I think it works in their favor, to be honest. We, the emotional ones, are the ones who lose out in life. But
Yeah.
you have to be practical. And I've started learning that. I learned it late in life, but I did learn that you have to be practical. You have to let go of things when they're about to be let go. But it's just easier that way, rather than dragging something out into bleeding yourself, so.
Yeah. And it's just knowing when. And that's something that I think each individual needs to find out for themselves. I feel like the more people tell you, let go, you don't, you keep hold stronger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do believe in that as well. And so now I want you to tell our listeners who Deepak actually is. So, who you are, where are you from, and how you started business here in the UAE.
Who am I? I'm Deepak Khushalani. Well, I've been born and brought up here. My father's been here for approximately 55 years now. Started working here on a mere 500 rupee salary.
Wow.
And came in here very early in his life. I think he was 15 when he came here. 15 or 16 when he came here. But he's seen that journey. I've seen him grow as a person. I've seen his leadership skills. He's grown it from taking up that job to building a multi-billion-dollar empire today. And it's phenomenal to see where he stands, And that's where I've learned a lot about my business from. I started building... So honestly, I never got into his business, which he's still upset at me about, as a family business, which is textiles.
And that's still running today, right?
That's still running today. And but he did support me. He is still my backbone. He still tells me to do things very differently. I started off with a job very early in an investment company when I graduated from college in the US. Told the company I'm going to be with them for 1 year. Ended up staying in the company for 7 years. Became a part of the management team. After which I decided it's time to move out and do something on my own. Got an amazing opportunity at distributing FMCG products in Africa. And lo and behold, once you enter Africa, you know that it's not the same animal as the rest of the world. It's beautiful in its own way, but it's just a very tough market to be a part of. We didn't realize 4 years into that business, we didn't realize how the currency fluctuation was actually killing us. We thought it's all going well. We're selling 2,000 containers of food products. The numbers looked good, but when it was in the local currency, When you start sending money out, you start realizing currency is dropping 30% year on year. And that is when we had to cut it off. We said it's going to hurt us much more in the future. That's when I came back to Dubai. So I used to travel between Africa and UAE quite a bit. 15 days I used to stay in Africa, 15 days in Dubai. When I came back to Dubai, I took up maybe a 6-month sabbatical to get away from the failure of the business that I had. I really wanted to take my time, figure things out. That's when I stepped into logistics, because I was actually looking for a business that was at the core of every business. You know, what better region to do a business like logistics in the world central, which is Dubai. It's at the center of the entire world. It is the logistics hub of the world. It's at the core of every single business you can imagine. None of this that you see here would be here if it wasn't shipped here. So yeah, that's when I stepped into logistics with just, I think it was the first 3 of us. And then we slowly started building a team, bagged multi-million-dollar contracts with major chains in the world, doing logistics for them. Grew to a team of 55. And today we handle mainly warehousing is what we do. And we store goods for the largest multinationals in the world.
Amazing. So from just 3 people, how many do you have today? Is it 55 or?
In the logistics, it is 55.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's pretty much logistics has now become autopilot for me. And I have started getting on the business rather than in the business now. So
yeah, and we'll come to that because you might have to get back in the business at some point when it comes to technology. But logistics has been through a lot, especially through COVID, global shipping chaos we've had recently as well in the UAE, e-commerce, and now AI. And I really, really want to touch on this AI topic because I know that a lot of people that are going to be listening today, you know, have businesses or maybe they want to start businesses. And how is it really affecting you, you know, AI? What's the pressure that you have with AI, but also what's the opportunities that are coming your way as well?
So I think AI brings both pressure and opportunities. The pressure is that it's moving too fast. You start learning something, it goes to the next stage. You start learning that, it goes to the next stage. There is rapid development in AI. And if I was to put in the context of logistics, you know, logistics is no more only about shipping, freight forwarding, moving goods from one place to the other. It's a lot to do with data, with visibility of the goods, with tracking and tracing, with the use of AI for a lot of bill of ladens. You know, I'll give you an example. I started learning the EBL, the electronic bill of lading, and all of a sudden it moves to something much larger with AI, you know. So things are rapidly evolving with AI. So there's a lot of pressure. But at the same time, I believe that this is what gives us an opportunity. This is a green field for everybody in logistics. So I stand at the same level as everybody else in logistics now. So there are no big players, no small players. We're all the same level playing field where we're all learning AI and implementing it as fast as possible to see how we can change things within our businesses and make it better.
Yeah. So there's no getting away from AI.
Nope. Not at all.
I'd love to know your intake on personal AI as well, because, you know, I feel like there's no way in business and there's no way in personal life. Everyone has their own ChatGPT.
Everyone does.
I have mine. I probably don't use it as well as I should. And I think that's one of the things. But we actually talked about this off camera. And I just want you to tell people, you know, I said ChatGPT or Claude and he said none. So please tell people what you've been using and how fascinating, how different it is from the other ones that they've been using, because it might actually help them or their business grow as well.
To be very honest, you know, I tell people, no matter what happens in this world, my ChatGPT history shouldn't be leaked. It knows everything about me. It knows everything about me. But when you talk about different LLMs, when you talk about ChatGPT, you talk about Claude, I've recently stepped into something much more advanced, which I feel is advanced at least. There's always different opinions. It's called Perplexity Computer. It's something that is way more advanced than just a single ChatGPT or a single Claude, because of the fact that Perplexity computer sits on your PC and it's got like 19 heads. It's like it uses the best LLM that is required for task at hand. So for example, I want to create a particular image. I tell it to create that image. It senses that the best image can probably be made through Nano Banana. So it uses Nano Banana for that particular task. Or if I want to do some advanced research on a business plan, it knows Claude can probably do it the best, and it'll use Claude for that. So it uses 19 different LLMs for different things. And I've just stepped into it. I've been playing around with it a lot. It's been 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. It launched around 2 or 3 weeks back. I think it's way more advanced. I think because it gives you the best of the best LLMs that are there. Because, like I say, and I think we were talking off record about this, that ChatGPT is your yes man. It gives you answers in a way where everything you ask, it will be like, yes, that's right. Let's do it this way. Claude, on the other hand, comes up with, yes, you're right, but there is another way to do it. Why don't we do it that way? Perplexity sees the best of everything and gives you a solution to it.
It's like men.
It is. There you go.
I'm going for ChatGPT. They say yes to me all the time.
You love the yes man.
I love the yes man. And I am a yes person myself. So we get along very well.
Very nice.
When it starts coming up with different alternatives, then we might get into a bit of
So I'm happy to see you and ChatGPT have a very good relationship.
But it's great to know that there's other things out there and people can find out more, because, to grow as a person, you also grow your business through yourself, right? And I do find that, especially a lot of our members, they're starting to really go in with ChatGPT, taking their own time to do it and study, because they know it's going to help them personally, of course, with self-development, but it's also going to help their businesses grow quickly.
Absolutely. I think when we talk about AI, everyone's been hearing a lot about agentic AI lately, creating agents themselves. There's Claude, there's ChatGPT with their own models where you can create your agents. I just tried something new on Perplexity Computer, which was phenomenal, where it sits on my computer and I give it a prompt saying, study this particular Excel sheet, summarize this, and by tomorrow when I open up the computer, I want to see it in this particular folder so that it should be ready for an email as a email content. And lo and behold, 8 a.m. when I'm opening up my laptop, I see that's in that folder. I can send it out for an email. Everything is created. So it's pretty much acting as my personal assistant for now, but it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, but I think the personal assistant is going up as well, isn't it? With the personal, I think soon you'll be able to okay, book me a flight for, I don't know, Greece next week on Tuesday.
Oh, that's already happening.
It's already happening.
It's already
okay,
happening, yeah.
I'm behind, guys.
It's already happening.
So I need to get in front. But yeah, you won't grow if you don't grow with AI. I do believe that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
So it's one thing that everyone in business should be looking into. So not only do you do logistics, but Deepak also is an angel investor.
Yes.
So you've backed startups, and I want to know, you're putting your own money behind these people. You're trusting these people. What allows you to do that? You have the money, but nobody wants to lose money, right? So how do you start trusting these startups? How do you find these startups? And what kind of startups do you actually invest in?
It's very interesting. I started startup investment within my own industry. I wanted something in the logistics industry earlier, something that my team did not have a capability to do. We wanted to find out where. And I found just one company in India doing that. And we started investing in that company. And that's how my startup investment started. And, like you say, how can you trust someone with your money? How can you invest? Initially, it all started off with that, high, that nice little high of owning someone's business while they're doing everything that is there. Felt beautiful, felt amazing. But I call those days spray and pray, where you spray money around and you pray that one turns into a unicorn and makes you a billionaire. So it's a spray and pray concept.
Oh, wow.
But gone are the days where there's spray and pray. Today we look at businesses, We study their balance sheets. We see how profitable they are. We see whether they're doing well. We see their potential. We see their target market. And then we invest. So I think I've also evolved. I have become more of a investor who studies a lot of balance sheets now rather than just a spray and pray approach. But that's how it all started. And today we're a part of some major venture capital funds around the world. We invest in a lot of startups. And my first focus of investing in a startup is always the founder. Always the founder. The idea can be phenomenal. Startup can sound as rosy as it gets. But I think the most important thing is to look at the founder and see the passion, see the execution skills, see the leadership of the founder. Will he be able to do justice to the business that you're putting money in? And that is what is the most important for me. So I back founders more than I back businesses.
Yeah. And is there any particular business that you've backed recently or you want to talk about? Any brands or anything like that?
Sure. I think there are quite a few businesses that we've backed, but I think one of my latest wins and something that I'm very proud about is a business that we invested here in Dubai, a startup in Dubai called Unlimits. I've been part of their story since 6 years now. On the first, you know how there's this typical little paper where everyone writes a business plan that this is what I'm planning on doing.
That like a napkin when you're out and you're like, I've got a great idea.
The real startup story with a napkin. This started off with the founder telling me about the entire idea 6 years back. And from there has been various iterations in the entire business. And today, we've just recently, I think the app went live a month and a half ago, and we've got 10,000 downloads already. We've got people literally using the app for a much longer time. It's a beautiful app. It's something that helps you. It's called Unlimits. It's something that helps you achieve your dreams, but bit by bit. It's got the world's top coaches backing it. The likes of Paul McKenna, who's one of the world's top manifestation coaches. It's a beautiful story to see how the founder went to manifest his own goal with this app. You know, he uses this to even manifest and achieve his dreams further. What it does basically is just, I'll give you a simple example. It makes you achieve your dreams when I say bit by bit. Let's say I put in a particular goal saying that I want to go to the gym 5 days a week. It's not going to tell me, did you go to the gym? It's like that little guy sitting on your shoulder tapping you saying, hey, did you buy your shoes today? Hey, are you prepared? Did you get enough sleep today? So, it's that little nudge that you need at every given point. And it can be a goal as small as going to the gym to as large as making $1 billion in the next 10 years, because it guides you and takes you through that entire journey bit by bit and shows you what it is. It has some brilliant AI modules in it. I think one of the best features that it has is where you talk to your future self. Does
it show me a picture of me?
Hopefully very soon. Yes, hopefully
I'm not
very
sure if
soon.
I'm going to like that where it shows me 10 years older.
Maybe it shows you in front of a $100 million mansion where you are there with 10 different cars.
Okay, well, we can accept that one.
You can accept that one. So yes, you talk to your future self, and it is so phenomenal because usually what you do in these particular scenarios is you speak to your coach and you ask your business coach or your life coach, what should I do next? The guidance. Here you're talking to yourself. And there is a lot of prompting, a lot of memory behind that future self. You can export the same thing from different places. Like I said, if something gets leaked from ChatGPT, everyone knows everything about me. So you can pretty much export that and take it into this so that it remembers things about me and then talks to me like my future self and tells me you're able to achieve the goals. It's a beautiful little app. So that's a very good win that I've recently seen in my life.
Unlimit, right?
Unlimits.
So Unlimits, you can get it on the App Store.
Yes.
And it's great because, going into this self-development wellness space, how have you found it as a business owner? Because let's talk about 20, 30 years ago, we didn't really have this. I know I went to school. I didn't know anything. What was wellness?
I don't even think there was that much awareness. Uh, Wellness at that time meant I come home and I sleep and I feel good about myself. You know, today people are talking about wellness, self-help, longevity. You see these terms being thrown, and when you actually study it and you look at them, there's actually science backing behind all of this. And it's amazing to see how the world has evolved, and it's evolving so fast, to be honest. We've all been coaching all our lives. We've all been taking coaching from someone or the other in some or the other way, taking guidance, going through videos, podcasts,
Some bad, some good,
learning,
right?
some bad, some good. Uh, but formally, there's never been a formal way to teach yourself something that you want to learn. And that's what it has taught me. If I've got a focused approach towards learning something, I learn it much better.
Yeah.
And even if it's me, myself, if I want to learn about myself, I learn it much better if I'm in a much focused manner and I start setting goals for myself and I start achieving it one by one. And I think that's where the whole world is moving towards, wellness, awareness of self-help, that I am able to take care of myself and I will do this for myself. Everyone's talking about longevity, increasing your lifespan. It's just beautiful how things are just coming up now.
And how do you think that like helps business? Like, does it actually help business grow, or you just doing it for yourself?
If you're not yourself, if you're not helping yourself, you're not helping the business grow. I don't think, like I said, we've all seen failures in life. Some good, some bad, some made you learn, some didn't make you learn anything. But if you're not helping yourself get out of those, if you're not helping yourself learn more from those, you don't build new opportunities. You're stuck in a place which is, it's a little drain that takes you down. So I think it makes a world of a difference. You take care of yourself, you take care of everyone around you. So
And things start to grow, right?
Yeah,
It's like I
absolutely.
always say it, like planting, like when you plant a plant,
Hmm.
like it's not going to grow if you don't water it.
If you don't water it, yeah.
So you've got to be consistent, and you've also got to take pride in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and keep telling it you're going to grow.
And the plant grows happier.
It does. It's greener, brighter. Even
Absolutely.
sometimes I look at my cactuses, right? I never knew cactuses, these ones that I have like flowers come out, right?
Wow.
I'd never seen them. So I've had these cactuses, let's say, 3-4 years. And then the other day, I saw the most beautiful flower because I was going, you know what? My cactuses are growing. They look gorgeous, literally every day as I walk past them. And then it sprouted this beautiful flower. And I was like, maybe it just needs some tender loving care.
Yes, it does. And
And it
if
just
a
shows
cactus can grow a flower, you can grow your business by helping yourself.
100%. So what's next for you? What ventures or what investments or anything, what are you building? What's Deepak's empire got next?
So 2026, despite what people say, honestly, has been a year of opportunities for us as a family office. There's something amazing that's cooking, to be honest. We've backed this really, really nice, amazing chef. called
I
Chef
love the
Kriti.
innuendo there.
Yeah.
I love that.
You heard that? Something that's cooking. We backed an amazing chef, Chef Kriti, to start a business with her, which is called Core, Kitchen of Roots. Under Kitchen of Roots, we do catering, we do supper clubs, we do FMCG products, and we do consulting. It's just been a few months since launch, and I think our supper clubs are pretty packed week on week. And we're also coming up with a venue for that. That's coming up very soon, hopefully. Right after summer, there will be secret supper clubs where there will be limited 20 seats available for people to
Send
come
me
in.
the invite.
You'll get an invite, sure, 100%. So yeah, various things that are happening, and I'm very happy to be backing a chef who's worked in the industry for so long, who's done things which are phenomenal. I've seen it, I've tasted it. I've been doing a lot of food tasting going here. But it's been great. It's been great. It's I feel good. I feel great back to building a business again from scratch. I think that's what keeps me alive. That's what keeps me, flying high. So it feels good to be building a business again.
And I'm excited to see the growth in this business. If it's anything like the last business in the logistics from 3 to 55 and having warehouses all over the UAE, then this one is going to be quite big.
3 to 550.
Oh, wow.
There we go. That's the target.
So it's going to be big. And I'm very excited to see this journey. So we will keep you updated with the Super Club.
Absolutely.
What was that again? It's called Core Roots.
Core is Kitchen of Roots. Stands for Kitchen of Roots.
Perfect. So it's been a pleasure to have you on our podcast today. But I do have one question that I want our audience to walk away with today. And it's one piece of advice you would give to anyone building their own empire.
I think I've learned it in a very different manner. Don't look forward to building empires. Look forward to building yourself first. Empires would build themselves if you build yourself. Look for opportunities in the smallest of things. Like I said in the start, build businesses, build systems, build processes beyond the business. You learn how to start realizing those opportunities and growing them. Let people grow the opportunities for you. Give them the freedom to grow those opportunities for you. And you'll see, you build a legacy.
And that's exactly what you've done. So thank you so much, Deepak.
Thank you.
What an incredible conversation. And it won't be the last. And if you do want to find Deepak, you can find Deepak Khushalani on LinkedIn. So check him out and under Premier Logistics Corporation. And if you're watching, follow us on YouTube. We will have more of our members inside of our community, Corporate Connections UAE, and we can't wait to see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.